I am Brian. I work in advertising. He works in advertising. That's what he does, 40 hours a week. Will he get ahead in advertising? I don't know. Shall we try to find out by listening to what he says? It was one of those days that come after Tuesday. My hair was looking snaz, and I just finished looking at my face in the mirror of the men's toilets. As I left the toilets, I bumped into Rachel. What do you think of my new Vivienne Westwood peanut top, Brian? Her top was covered in peanuts. She had a peanut allergy. I don't think it will do your peanut allergy any good, Rachel, I replied. Pessimist, she snarled at me as she went away flicking some ants off her nuts. Back at my desk, I continued to think about ideas for the new product we had to sell. It was a new car. Cars. I had to find out the essence of them. What are they? I rang up a taxi driver. Hello, taxi. What's these cars for, hey you? Is this that bloody giraffe again? He curtly replied. I'll kill you, you nicky bandit. I turned all my phones off. Next I rang up a sex line, where someone acts like they are a sexy nudie car, and we can all play out our auto-licking fantasies. After 2 minutes of normal sexy chat, I was feeling a bit rude, but none the wiser about cars. Then Seb came up to my desk. Me and Laura are taking the new car out for a spin to try and help with ideas about it. Want to come, Brian? Yes! We were soon bombing around the motorways, seeing what this car was all about. We just had to stop at the Little Chef. I had pizza and some new liquid. We started to talk about what we'd rename the Little Chef to help it increase sales. Seb suggested motorway cooked food. Laura suggested car leg music bounce. And I suggested Ian's Garage with eats. We wrote them down in each other's brains. We told the person behind the till to keep some money for the food that we had eaten. It said yes. Then we went to the swimming baths for a flipping splash around. We were punished for wearing tights in the water and throwing our lozenges at pensioners. We were soon asked to leave, so I pissed in the fruit on the way out. Back at the office, I was still trying to do some more of that thinking when suddenly Leslie Ash spat on me. That's for the lovely chocolates you bought me, she said. I spat back and got her in the face. I'd just started dating Leslie Ash, the roller skater and TV person from the past. It was going quite well. So, what are we going to do this evening, Brian? How about I cook you some of that food, Leslie, back at my place? Come on then, Brian, she said, as she sat me on one of her shoulders. Let's get out of here. Back at my place, I made her chip risotto, and we ended up making love on the TV. After climbing off the TV, we sat down and looked at it for a while. We watched the hit show, The Fonz vs. Coronation Street. In this episode, the Fonz tries to drive his motorbike into the Rovers Returns pub to smash some stuff up, but Ken stops him by beating Fonz in the twat. The next day at 11, we had a meeting to showcase our car ideas. Alan, our boss, started the meeting. So everyone, how are we going to sell this car? Dave was confident and presented his idea first. He said, my idea for the billboard slogan is, big metal thing for sale. That's really nice, Dave, said Alan, but how much is it? I've got no fucking idea, said Dave suspiciously. Then sit down, Alan said. Right, who's next? Sally? Sally talked. My billboard slogan is, look at this car please, you lot, and then think about buying it. That's really good, Sally, said Alan, but it's not the top sausages. Brian, what's you got? I've gone for a snappy slogan, Alan, I said, which I think the nation will all be repeating for years. It's, cars are good for roads. If we didn't have cars, we wouldn't have roads. We all really like roads. Cars equals roads. That's almost too snappy, Brian, but it's bloody true, Alan beamed. But it's made me feel a bit like an Italian. Who else has done some thinking recently? Then Dwayne opened his cake pit. What about we use one of those people who are known by most people? What do you call them? Celebrities. They're called celebrities, Dwayne, Alan said. And that's a brilliant idea. You're special, Dwayne. We'll do that. Dwayne was in the zone as usual. I hated him. The zone tit. But which celebrity, Dwayne? Alan asked him. I have the perfect person, Dwayne cockily snorted. Everyone's tired uncle, Kevin Costner. We all laughed pathetically. So, Dwayne wasn't as hot as we thought. That was a stupid thing, Dwayne, Alan said. Has someone else got a better idea? After 2 hours of silence from everyone, it came to me in a flash. I could suddenly be better than Dwayne by saying it. That's when I said it. Sure, we should get Cher. A chair, Alan replied. That's brilliant, Brian. A celebrity chair. No, Alan, I said Cher. What? Alan replied. Cher and a celebrity chair. How big do you think my Fanny Ying checkbook is, Brian? No, just Cher without a chair. Does she go anywhere without a chair, Brian? I don't think she has a chair, Alan. She'll need one when she comes here, he cursed. It was settled. The next day, me and Seb went round to Cher's house to try and persuade her to be in the car advert. We knocked on the door and it was opened by her monkey butler. The butler took us to Cher's new patio. It was said that she had a new patio fitted for every new day. This one was particularly fancy cool. It was an up-to-the-minute Versace patio, with twin wing mirrors and pink buckets for solids. Cher was there, painting a dolphin. It was a real dolphin, and Cher was doing some paisley designs on it. We all sat down and had a lovely jam and tizer smoothie, and me and Seb asked her about the ad. She said that if I could beat her at a game of library smash-up, she would do the advert. We drove to the nearest library, and after 30 minutes of both smashing it up with sledgehammers and rocks, I had won. She would be in next week to shoot the ad. That weekend, me and my woman, Leslie Ash, went on a booze cruise. Leslie seemed jealous that I'd been hanging out with Cher. She asked if Cher's face was as big as her own. I said, no way, Leslie. Your face is the biggest in the world. It's so big it makes me feel sick. She kissed me lovingly and we splashed more booze into each other's mouths. The following week, we were on set of the advert, waiting for Cher. When Cher left her house, she always alarmed her face, in case of someone trying to rob it, because it was worth lots of cash. And she had to turn it off before she could speak or blink. Then after speaking, blinking or winking or etc., she would turn it back on. Good technology. When Cher arrived, she brought her pet clowns. She wanted them to get in the car with her for the advert. We thought clowns might make the car look shit. The clowns said they would try to make the car look shit, as they thought they would no doubt clown around, as they didn't know what else to do. Cher agreed with us, and went outside and shot the clowns. She gave us all a mint when she returned. The mints were okay. Next thing was that she wanted some bees in the car with her for the ad, so we got a big bag of bees from the local cash and carry, and I put them through the window. After she'd been in the hospital for 3 days, she came back and got back into the car with the bees. 3 days of hospital later, she was back for more bees, but we stopped her and said that it wasn't working very well. She said that she thought the bees thing was going rummy good, but she did have a couple of new ideas. One was to drive the car to the moon, and the other was to drive it into all of her films. The first option wasn't easy, but the second option was dead easy. It would only cost £3 to drive through all of her films. At least she wasn't Phil Collins. That would have cost £20 to go through the films he'd starred in. We all chuckled relievedly because she wasn't Phil Spondulix Collins. So, it was a brill advert, and the peoples in the nation loved it. They loved to watch Cher smashing all her old films up with the car. But I think the thing that really sold it to people was that the car company were giving away a free road with every car. Sometime later, me and Leslie were going to a charity gala. It was a charity for starving models. There were models all around the world who were undernourished and needed our help. Leslie had started to dress me, and for the gala she dressed me in ice skates, lederhosen, some shoulder nipples, and a spray-on hat. When we arrived, Cher was there, wearing some of her brightest dolphins. She'd just thrown a turd at someone, and everyone was howling that she should throw another one. I gave her mine, which she chucked aggressively, and the place was top laughing. Cher was so happy with me that she started to saucily flick my bum fluff. Did she want me? Did she want my body? Leslie had seen it, and she went apo, slapping me in the face and ripping my nips off. She said she knew something was going on between me and Cher, and that she never wanted to see me again. She stormed out. I turned to Cher in the hope that she would be my new girlfriend, but she was kissing the man who had caught my turd. Flippin' heck! No!
Did he get ahead in advertising? I don't know, I was doing something else. Did you hear what he was saying? I can't hear your answer, this is a recording. Bye.